Winning,
Winning, winning, winning, winning, winning, winning, winning. Hey. Holla to you, all my New South Empire and wonderful and fantastic fun family of winners. It's your winner, Fitz you, Sergio Phoebus up. That's right. This time I have some very dear guests to my heart. I got actress, model, Linda Brooks. Where you at? You in Virginia, right, Linda?
I'm in Maryland.
Maryland. That's right. Oh, that's right. You got to come a long way for the fashion show. Uh, and we have Miss Chanel
Yes.
King, the hostess with the mostest. And
Hello.
I'm going to give y'all guys at the end a chance to introduce yourselves. Tell everybody, all our viewers, what you got going on and what's upcoming, and what are you trying to achieve in life, okay? And how everybody can get in contact with you, okay? I want to start this off by saying that I
Sure.
did get permission from my pretty perfect, praying, precious, priceless, prestigious, preserved princess daughter, lovely legacy to do this podcast. All right. Um, Today's topic is about the influence of music, good or bad. And we're going to listen to a YouTube clip from this gentleman and his wife. They have a huge following, and they talk about some serious issues. We all know that this is a highly controversial but informative podcast, and I only have winners on my show. So you are definitely winners. Uh, Engineer, go ahead and let that run, please.
In here.
I am Beyonce, Giselle knows Carter. I am the Nala, sister Naruba, Oshun Queen Sheba. I am the mother, hunk on my gold chain, ice on my whole chain. I be like so cool, I am a whole mood.
So what Beyonce just said, see, this is her music video called Mood Forever. And she said that I am Oshun. I'm the mother of Oshun. Oshun is a deity. Oshun is a water spirit. Oshun is a goddess in the Yoruba religion. Beyonce has taken the identity of Oshun. She is possessed with Oshun. Back in 2016 with the Lemonade music video, you will see her underwater, and then she comes out wearing yellow. Water's coming out. She comes out wearing yellow. This is a transformation into a deity. She has taken the identity of Oshun. You got to stop listening to her music. A lot of these people in the music industry, they do a lot of bizarre rituals. They worship gods in the water and rivers and river spirits and all these things. Get deliverance. Stop listening to their music. Her spirits, the songs are seducing you. They're being infiltrated. They're impacting you, and you're wondering why you're having sexual dreams and demonic dreams. Stop listening to secular music. These people worship demons. God bless you.
Now, let's get deeper into this music video. I see Miss Tina in the background, which is Beyonce's mother, and I also see Kelly Rowland, which is in this video. When you are a part of a music video, or even if you buy this song, you are in agreement with this music. You are in agreement with these lyrics. This is how God is going to take it. Now, everyone knows that Beyonce was raised in a Christian home. Tina has always stated that she was a Christian. Mrs. Tina, I would say. So this is telling me that she's in agreement with what Beyonce is doing. Now, am I the perfect mom? No. But one thing I'm going to do in my home and outside of my home when I am a mother, I'm going to stand up for righteousness. I'm going to take up for Jesus Christ. And if my children was doing something like this, I would definitely get on to them. Now, we didn't know that Mrs. Tina wasn't getting on to Beyonce off camera. But now since she's in the video, this is telling me that she's in agreement. So she have turned her back on God. And this is sad. This is sad. This is Satan will have you turning your back on God very quick and you don't even realize it. Beyonce said in one of her songs, she sang in one of her songs, that she used the scriptures for a tampon. That is disgusting. That is very disgusting, very demonic. Then you see Kelly Rowland. They all claim that they were Christians when they first come out. But now, Kelly have turned her back on God. Yes, they all have time to repent. But I'm here to tell them they need to give their life to Christ Jesus. Because Kelly Rowland, you are liked, you are loved, you are beautiful. But I'm going to let you know that God is watching you, you and Mrs. Tina, and he is very disappointed. And I'm going to stand strong here and rebuke you both. You know, Kelly, you want to take up for Chris Brown, and I'm glad you did because I agree with you on that. But why are you not taking up for Christ Jesus, who has the keys to death, hell, and the grave? Christians need to stand up for righteousness, and they need to shun evil. This is so sad to see that you are allowing your friend to do such demonic activities in the music industry. You are in agreement with this. A true friend will tell their friend the truth, no matter how famous they are, how much money they have. This is sad. This is so sad. God is not blind. He's watching. He's watching. He's watching. And if I were you, I would be afraid to sleep at night. I would be very afraid. And yes, you do. If you are, if you're not in agreement with this and you made a mistake on this video, making videos with Beyonce, you need to make a public statement saying that you're not in agreement. But it's going to be very hard for you, I know.
You know what? She took up for Chris and disobeyed Christ. I guess that T made a difference at the end of his name, you know? I don't know. But I remember back in the day, I remember when Michael Jackson did Thriller. You remember that, Linda?
Yes, I do.
You okay?
Yes.
You remember at the end, because of his faith and religion, he made a disclaimer saying that it was for entertainment purposes only and had nothing to do with his faith. And I really appreciate that. At that time, I was
Right.
studying. I was studying to be a Jehovah's Witness, and he was too. But the word Christian, it means Christ-like. So if Jesus Christ wouldn't listen to it, should we listen to it? I'm going to give you an opportunity, Linda, to voice your opinion. Okay, do you agree or disagree with both of these panelists? And what part do you agree with the most and what part you don't disagree with?
Well, I do disagree with it. I mean, first of all, let me say it like this. Beyonce is not the only one as far as being an artist that worship the devil. It's other
Right, we're
artists
going to
out
get to
here
that.
that
I got some
worships the
other. I
devil
got
as
some
well.
other people too. Right. Okay, go ahead.
Right. Okay. But disagreeing with her, listening to her music, if somebody's worship the devil, I don't listen to it because I live my life for the Lord. So far as me listening to that type of music or buying that music, that people worship the devil, no, I don't listen to it and I wouldn't buy it either. So when you ask that other people, are they going to listen to it? Beyonce does have a lot of fan base people. And a lot of times I believe, especially when it comes with the youngsters, they probably don't even know what they're really purchasing anyway. So my take on that would be, I'm not for it. I'm not for worshiping the devil. Anybody that's coming out to pretending that they're someone that they're not.
I agree with you 100%. Like I said though, okay, now even I really think it goes back to um First Corinthians chapter 15 verse 33, where it states that bad association spoils youthful habit. I mean, even if you don't believe in the Bible, to have the nerve, the gall, the audacity to say that she'll use the scriptures as a tampon, that shows some kind of dimension within itself. All right. I'm like, I totally agree with it. And the reason I agree with it, because I know it's factual, because it's not the first incident, and I've heard of other things. Like, say, for example, do y'all remember? I would say that it's factual. Because you can hear it in the lyrics of Lemonade and so many other songs. Even, even what's the name? Jay-Z uses Jehovah's name. He calls himself Jehovah, and he makes different references and stuff like that. You remember that, right? Don't you, Linda? You remember when? Do you remember the
Yes,
time
yes,
that
yes.
a lot of his music has J or Hove or whatever he's insinuating um, that he is God. And now there's another artist too. His name is Ja Rule, and it's a lot of them that use portion of God's name as their title. Okay, now
Yeah.
in this one, Beyonce even goes so far to say that if she is Ocean, who is the goddess of water, thereby saying that she's a god. You know, how do you really feel by you being a spiritual person and a faithful person? How do you really feel to hear her say she'll take the scriptures to wipe her butt and that she is God? She is the God of water, ocean. How does that make you feel, and what do you think about that? Really?
Well, the way I feel about it, right? The way I feel about it, it's a shame that she had to say something like that, knowing that she grew up in a household believing in God, and then something happened along the way that now she's saying that she is God and she's worshiping the devil. I truly believe when you hang around or listen to things that are toxic or negative, eventually it's in you. So the way Beyonce has changed her demeanor, everything is really bad, and it doesn't not a good. She's not a good positive role model for the young kids that are our future today. So
For
it's really
nobody.
bad. It's really bad that someone has to stoop the low. Right.
But what's worse is that the so-called parents and the grown-ups condone it and even let their children listen to it. See, the reason I know this is factual, I feel that this is factual, is because in the Bible it says that many will be led off into the road of destruction, you know, and that many will be influenced and stuff like that and led and misled. Okay. That's a proven fact by the price of her tickets. People don't even care. They still will pay in drones to the point where it shuts down the internet. You know what I'm saying? It's like the following. I'm sober more not to be a follower. You know what I'm saying? And it's just people just blindly follow things, and you know what? Sometimes I think they're so dumb that they don't even know what's being said. They might just like the beat. You know what I'm saying? Or or not paying
That's true.
attention and
I
just
agree with
and
you.
just listening to it because it is Beyonce. Now, it's this is not anything new. Um, Celebrities have been serving the devil for the longest, and serving demonic deities for decades. I mean, we got examples of Marilyn Manson. You know what I'm saying? What's the name? Ozzy Osbourne, the one that I mean, Marilyn Manson used to simulate murders on stage, and then you had Ozzy Osbourne biting heads off of bats. Then you had Dionne Warwick herself, who even said that she was a witch. You know what I'm saying? And practices Wicca, and Wicca is a form of religion. It's just the religion of the devil, though. You know what I'm saying? But it is a religion, and I ain't gonna say a lot of people, but quite a few people do worship and study that way. Linda, after all of this time of this show, you see how the devil working right now. The devil working right now. He don't want those other 5 guests in here to denounce him, but he know me and you, we strong. Ain't nothing gonna happen. He can't stop us. You know what I'm saying? Not saying they not strong, but something wrong. You know what I'm saying? It's been going on what? How many we postponed this what? 3 times. You know what I'm saying? Exactly. So 3 times, that's 6 weeks.
3 times. Yes.
On it. On this topic, you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So anyway, the devil is a liar, and I'm not scared of his ass, and neither are you. And I don't think they are neither. But it's just kind of like strange. And when you speaking the truth, right, Linda? They don't want it to be heard, or you're judging. The next thing they'll say, you're judging. You know what I'm saying? So anyway.
Right.
So Linda, do you think that when we listen to that and buy this music, we're adding fuel to the fire?
Oh yes, definitely. Anyone that buys the music is adding fuel to the fire, and they're believing what she's singing, believing who she's worshiping, and so yes, it's wrong all the way around. And when you do wrong, or when you say things that is not of God, I always look at it is always consequences later.
That's correct. And I'm gonna say this too. And they're by people making them richer and richer, they're making Satan, the devil, more powerful, because now he's able to recruit through Illuminati and all these other things, like Balenciaga, how they worship the devil. But look, everybody was buying it. You know what I'm saying? It's just ridiculous. Okay.
Yes.
You personally, Linda, you already don't answer this question. You don't. I know you definitely don't glorify it, but do you find yourself listening to some of that stuff sometimes?
Oh no, I'm a positive, upbeat person. And if I'm turning on the radio and I hear something that is negative or degrading, the first thing I do is to turn it off. So it's nothing that I want to listen to or to get into my spirit or anything like that. Because when you listen to something that is negative or deter or anything like that, it just puts you in a bad mood. And when you listen to something that's upbeat, it keeps you more positive. So that's something that I don't listen to.
Yeah, correct. Now, if I know something is negative, and they talk about bitches, niggas, hoes, and guns and drugs and all that, of course, no, I don't listen to it. I don't share it or promote it, none whatsoever. But I'm gonna be honest and say that there have been certain songs I love the beat, and not really paying attention to the lyrics, and even dancing to it and promoting it. But once I find out its origin and its message, and then I let it go. If I continue, it's where I'll be guilty. Uh, what you don't know. But the once you know, it's the person who knows is worse off than the person who doesn't know, because it's like we are deliberately ignoring, the God's commandments. You agree to that, Linda?
Yes,
Okay, Chanel,
I
can you
agree
hear?
to that.
Can
I
you?
do agree with that, and I look at it like this: when what I was going to say, I do agree with that. And when you have a relationship with God and a true relationship with God, anything that is not right or anything with the spirit, God will let you know. So if it's the music that you're listening to or someone's going to come off negative, He's not going to let you listen to that. You're going to automatically shut it down when you have a relationship with God.
Yeah, right. And my conscience will beat me up. You know what I'm saying? If I share anything with
Yeah. Yes.
negative connotation, you know. All right, so okay.
Right. That's
Um, I'm gonna have to say that all our guests are trying to get on, and they're having technical difficulties. My engineer is on point. Um, and like I said earlier, Linda has been from the very first recruitment of the guests for this, and that was over 3 weeks ago, more like 6 weeks. And this show didn't air two other times. This is the third time trying it. So then, like I said, the devil's busy, but he's a liar too. Um, give me give me some examples of some music that you heard that was detrimental. Chanel, can you hear? Are
Yes, I
you with
can.
us?
Yes,
Okay. All right.
yes,
Give
ma'am. It
us
took a couple of tries. I
yeah,
had to switch
give us some examples of artists that you know of that worship the devil and or have demonic uh content in their music.
I can give you the artist names because it's not that I know some of the music, but I can probably give you some artist names. I can now it's one artist that just died, and that was Tina Turner. Remember, she was a Buddhist, and I liked her music, and I liked her music, not all of it, but some of the music I did, and I did listen to it. And Tina was an icon. I mean, I really liked Tina. So, but I didn't her religion. I wasn't for that. But yes, when I got a chance to watch the movie, then that's what so at the time, told her, brought her into that religion. Then you have Dionne Warwick. I mean, back in the, she worshiped the devil as well. And then you have some also some movie actors. So it's not just the singers out here that are worshiping the devil. You also have some movie actors that
Yeah,
worship the devil
which
as well.
ones
So
which
some of
ones
the
do you know
music,
of?
because I don't
Which
with Dionne Warwick, like I said, I don't know the songs, and Tina Turner,
right, but
Beyonce.
I'm talking about actors and actresses.
Oh, okay. Actors that might have worshiped the devil back in the day. Oh, no, they should be still probably still worshiping today. God, what is this? Gosh, pass on that. Oh gosh, what is his name? I'm sorry.
I know there's quite a few,
Cut
but I
that one.
can't
I'm
think of
sorry, I
them.
can't think of the. It's not. It's not Bruce. It's one of them. What is his name? Is it Tom Cruise? No, I don't want to say for sure on that one
Oh,
because
I
I'm
know who you
not.
talking about.
But I do know there's
You
some
talking about
movie
John
actors.
Travolta. You talking about John Travolta.
Right, right, and some other
Right, but
people are in
he
that
doesn't
same
worship the devil.
religions.
He doesn't worship
Right,
the devil. He worships science. Yeah,
Well, science.
that's the
Okay. All
yeah.
that. Good
He's
night,
a
to
science.
me.
Yeah,
Good
he's a
night, God. Yeah.
Scientologist. Yeah, yeah. Okay. And then I had a
Yes.
friend that was
Yes. Uh,
a producer and director, and he also felt like he was God. You know what I'm saying? And that that all that stuff was fictional about the creation of mankind. He said we come from the fish, but he could never tell me where the fish come from. But anyway, you know that was that that
never
was
heard that one.
yeah. But, we come from the water. We come from the
Okay.
ocean, and he really believed that. You
Oh,
know what I'm saying? But and I just know I'm not basing my opinions. Oh, yeah, just because we're stating our opinions, we're not judging anyone. But the first thing they'll say, how can you judge anybody? But anyway,
right. Right.
uh, that's the first thing they say, man. I mean, I think that's a person that doesn't have the gift of arbitration to be able to talk and have a different opinion. Now, I call that ignorance. Straight across the board to me.
Right.
All right.
That's correct.
Um,
Yeah.
would you say that people, Linda? What do you think? Do you think that people are blind to the fact and just such out of themselves as being followers of others, or do you just think they just don't care?
I think right now, people are followers, and there's a lot of there's people out here now that just don't care. They just don't care. It's all about me. It's all about them. And that's the way the society, I believe, is care. They have a blind eye to things because we was all growing up. You just see some of the things that we see now, or some of the music that we hear now. But now I just believe that it's all about them, and they don't care who it affects, or anything like that. So if it sells, they're going to sell. Negativity sells. Positive things will sell. That's why you have so many followers and so many people following, because negativity sells.
And you know what, too? You're definitely right, and that is so sad. Negativity sells, but I refuse to buckle, and I refuse to believe that. I know some artists that have some good lyrics, good clean lyrics, and they go harder than some of that stuff out here now. But because they're not degrading women or themselves, or talking about drugs and guns, or working and all that
Yeah.
old crazy ass shit, then they don't. People don't want to see that. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna say folk don't want to say that.
Right.
People, I mean, real God's people want to see it. Okay, God's chosen people who want to do right. I mean, we do enough wrong as it is. Why add on something else to it? And we know it's wrong. But I'm gonna tell you now, like you said, Linda, like you said,
Yes.
like you said, Linda, um, it's not just the entertainers, it's the actors. I mean, some of the actors and actresses too. Let me go deeper than that. Like the girl, so her friend. Let me go deeper than that. It's these preachers too. These mothers calling themselves reverends, pastor, father,
Well, that's
bishop, having these titles that God said not to have. No, nobody should have those titles but him. And they
that's
ignore
true.
that. And they taking people's money.
Mhm.
TD Jakes, Joel Osteen, all them crooks. All of them.
Yes.
You receive free, you give free. But you know who the most quoted person in the world is? Joel Osteen and TD Jakes. I'm ashamed of my human race. We are so ignorant. They are so ignorant. I mean,
Yeah.
they skip scriptures and everything where it says, do not lay heavy burdens on your congregation, such as tithes. Where did they skip that scripture? That's back in the Old Testament. You know what I'm saying? Tithes was back in the Old Testament. And it wasn't for you. It was for the money went to the homeless, the widows. You know what I'm saying? So when they spitting that same garbage
Yeah.
like Beyonce. You know what I'm saying? For real, for real. And back then, that time when Jesus Christ died, we fell upon mercy and grace. If you are really anointed, you ain't got to ask for 10%. You ain't got to beg. The Bible said you receive free, give free. Get your ass a job. That's what I say. You got a special parking space, wearing a special robe, the baddest car out there, biggest house out there, calling the damn lady first lady, another human being. I ain't prayed to another human being. No, it ain't happening. And the first lady just stupid, dumbing in a bag of rocks. Who the hell want to be the first lady? That means there's a second lady somewhere. You know what I'm saying? My girl, the only lady, you know? Yeah, but yeah, what do you feel about that? You know what? That since we're talking about the influence of words, lyrics, let's go a little bit deeper then, cause that shit them preachers be spitting me lyrics too. Look at Creflo Dollar, Jimmy Swaggart, Jerry Falwell, all of them. You know what I'm saying? I mean, they are so bad that we remember their names. Kenneth Copeland, you know, Pat Robertson. They had the biggest darn System 700 club. You know what I'm saying? Had nerve to use God's number 7 too. Anyway, with 2 zeros behind it. But anyway, I mean, do you agree to an extent that they are spitting just as much poison as these artists?
Yes, I do. I do. You do have some preachers out there, bishops out there that is all about the money and what you're doing. You know, as I see some of them are just taking it and using it for their personal use. And you know, and you see because you can see if they're doing the work for the work of the Lord. And when I believe when you give, you know, you giving from the heart from what you give, not what someone's asking you, you know, to keep coming out of pocket for when they take up a collection and they take up all these collections and so forth, and you don't know where the money's actually going to. So yes, I do believe that some of the preachers out there, some of the bishops out there are no different than some of the artists out there. You are absolutely correct when it comes to some of the churches.
See, I want the viewers to know too, though. The word Christian means Christ-like. So that means I am definitely not a Christian. Okay? And I don't profess to be a Christian. I would love to be, I don't know, I don't say a Christian, but I want to be in good terms with my Heavenly Father, my higher power, you know? And I don't want to, I'm working on some things, you know, that's not becoming a Christian. I smoke cigarettes, you know, fornication, you know what I'm saying? I mean, you know, huh? Say what?
I say you die daily. We all live our life. I mean, if you believe in God, you live in your life for the Lord. And we all have and did something that we might not be proud of, or we might be still doing it, but you die daily from the things that is not of God. You know, that's why we repent.
Yeah.
You know, but
yeah, you do. That's a good point. That's a good point,
right,
because you still have a chance. It's never too late, you know, until it's that time, you know. But
right.
I'm like this here. You made a good point. You say by when you do wrong things, you're basically killing your spirit daily. You know, you're dying daily. And I have a saying that you only die once. You live every day. Everybody else has a tendency to say you only live once. That's your shit. No, I live every day, all day. You know what I'm saying? And I'm only going to die once. Period. You know, I don't know. I'm kind of analytic, and I just do the opposite. With hope, what everybody else is doing, I ain't with it. You know what I'm saying? I just ain't with it. I've never been a follower my whole life, thanks to the upbringing of my parents and family, and congregation and friends. You know, but what do you think? Do you think that that'll ever change? Basically, I just realized that the people that we're talking about are followers of demonic or negative things, because we're talking about the followers more so than the artists. It's like they're baited in. What do you think? Do you think that this can change at any time? Or how could it change? Or do you
Well,
think
change starts with us. You have to
do you think that it should be banned? Demonic stuff, uh, negative stuff, like just killing and drugs and all of anything negative. You think that should be censored or banned?
Well, I don't know how you would actually ban it. The only thing that I can say is that a change starts within you. If you want anything to change, it starts within you. So trying to
Smart.
ban something,
Bingo.
right, to try to ban something might be difficult to ban among the people because you can't, you might be able to persuade someone to change for the better, but that comes within. You can't just talk someone into changing unless they're hanging around positive people. And when you hang around positive people and people that are encouraging you, it keeps you uplifted. When you're around people that are negative and toxic, that's the people that you're going to want to continue to hang out, and they're looking to change. But a change always starts within us. If I
Right.
want to make a change, it starts within me. So, and if I
Correct.
don't want to listen to that music, you could talk to someone about it. But again, that change starts within you. And once you
Yeah.
have a relationship with God or being around positive people that can feed into you the positive things, then change will eventually come about. But if you're following someone that's continued to be negative, that's what you're going to put out.
Yeah,
That's why I
because
always say
I
if no
mean,
one's
what?
contributing anything positive in your life, you don't care.
Yeah, if we fill our spirit up with all of that negative stuff, there's no room for good. And so I say we have to ban ourselves. You know what I'm saying? We have to put a ban on
Yeah, that's
ourselves from listening to it. Looks like we got the power twins. Do we got y'all in full effect?
Yes, sir.
Oh, okay, that's what's cracking lacking. Back up a little bit, man, because your thing is freezing. Yeah, yeah, there you go. Yeah, see how clear that got? There we go. That's what's up, my winner. Anyway, yeah, for all the viewers, we have the Power Twins. They just got out of football practice up there in upstate New York. And like we got Power Twins. This is Linda Brooks, actress model from Maryland. She's in Maryland. Okay. Yeah, so we covered a lot of ground, and I'm glad for y'all tenaciousness for trying to get back on the show, and I really appreciate y'all. We had two other people having issue too. Like I was telling Linda earlier, it's the devil don't want us to have this podcast talking about the things that is in these lyrics that's coming from Satan the devil. And for the past 3 weeks, we had to cancel this thing for like 3 times. And I think y'all was the guest last time we had to
Yes, we
postpone.
were. We
Yeah,
were.
so we didn't get to finish it, but we're gonna finish it today. Anyway, that's Power Twins, Lavar Tillman, and Javar Tillman. Welcome, brothers. Anyway, look, check it out. Um, we have covered a whole lot of stuff, but I'm gonna give y'all opportunity to go back and answer a few of the other questions. Y'all were able to listen to that video clip about Beyonce.
Yes.
Okay. All right. And I had said that I believe it's all factual because of what's happening, the repercussions from it. You have this world following and paying enormous, enormous amount of money to buy a ticket to hear that, and that's like they're addicted to it.
Right.
I wanted to know if you guys have any examples of other artists or actors or or preachers or that put out that venom Y'all know any examples of any?
Man, it depends, man. It's like it's a bunch of them out there. I mean, it ain't just a few. It's a
Right,
lot.
right, and that's what I'm saying, man. It's like so many. Our brain won't let us pick just one. You know what I'm saying?
So we all know music ain't what it used to be. So
Right.
you back in the days, music had a message to it. You know, um,
A
learn a
positive
lot.
message. Yeah.
Yeah, you can learn a lot from music back in the days. A lot of times you ain't have to say too much. You just play the song. Um, Nowadays, I don't think you want to play that song for nobody.
Or you can barely understand most of the things they're even saying. It's not
Yeah.
even really too much put together. It's
Hey,
just a bunch of
that's what you call speaking in tongues.
right. It's just a bunch of words
Right.
that just, in a sequence. But just because it's in a sequence don't mean it's put together to be a sentence.
Yeah, I'm trying to tell you, man. Some of them rappers, boy, they speaking in tongues.
Yeah, I mean, it's that a lot of it sounds demonic. Like X he probably was one of those people who music was real like demonic. It was, it spoke of nothing but death, suicide, and killing.
Who's
Right.
it?
X extension,
Who?
X
Back up.
X extension.
Extinction. Access.
I
He
never
passed
heard
away.
them.
He
I
actually
never.
got
Hey, look.
buried in
Hey,
Miami.
look. Both of y'all just back up and relax. We can see you. Every time you come up, it start flinching and we can't hear you. Okay?
Okay.
All right. Now, like we was talking about how a lot of artists even reference themselves as gods. You know, like
That,
in
that
Jay-Z's music, he calls himself Hova,
right.
short for Jehovah. And then sometimes he'll say Jehovah. But both of them had professed that. They said God ain't do shit for them. They did it themselves. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You remember when they said that way back?
Right.
So I mean and we was just talking about like the word Christian means Christ like. So when we listen to that shit, we let that shit in our spirit, and when we promote and share, we're condoning it and just as guilty. You agree?
Yes.
Yep. Okay,
You know,
so you said y'all did hear that clip, right?
yes.
I
Okay,
did.
you did view the clip, right? When they was talking about the lemonade shoot and in the mood video when she's calling herself Ocean, the god of water, the goddess of water.
Yep.
Yeah, okay.
Yep.
So what do you think that did you think they said anything or did you disagree with anything they said or were you with it?
Um, See, this is where it becomes a little difficult because it's entertainment. You know, people are attracted to things we're not supposed to.
Right.
So when something has a market, they're gonna run with it. It don't matter what it is.
Whether it's the right thing or the wrong thing, it's still, if there's a market for it, it's still going to be done. It's still going to be played. It's just what it is.
It's American business.
That's really what
What it
is.
is. It's,
Yeah, the whole thing. And I mean, do y'all think that some people don't know or just don't give a fuck?
I think a little bit of both.
Yeah.
People don't know, and some people just don't give a fuck.
I think more people don't care.
Right.
Yeah.
I think people don't care to know.
That's why I said a little bit of both.
And you know what? You're right too. I agree with you because they're like, they know about this life. They ain't interested in no other life. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna live their life right now, not
Right.
knowing, and they shorten their time. And
Right.
Yeah,
Right. They
right.
wear the
I think a lot more people don't care because people are getting wiser now. They're studying and investigating stuff, and they find out but they don't change. You ain't even got to do shit no more. All you got to do is ask AI. Yeah, before AI, you can ask Google. You can ask Google. You ain't have to.
Hey, Google the champ. I don't think Google lost yet.
No.
Google the champ. Google like 5,000 and all. Google
Wow.
don't lose.
Damn. Yeah. But see, they be on point though. No matter what you answer, they'll be on point.
I mean,
Yeah.
don't ask it something too ghetto. It's gonna say it don't know though. It will do that too.
It will.
Yeah, don't
Oh,
talk
yeah.
too ghetto. It won't compute.
What do she think? I would
Oh,
like
okay. All right, that is a broad question, though. You know what I'm saying? So, okay. Oh, dear, we only have. Wow, it's time's flying. We only got 8 minutes. Oh, okay, but anyway, I want to. You know what? What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna say this, and then I'm gonna leave it alone. Now, I have a newborn daughter. Okay, well, 22-month-old daughter, bolder daughter, and I've learned from my mistakes of my other children. You know what I'm saying? And I'm trying my damn. Now I know when she get out there in public, she gonna hear this and this and that. But like the Bible said, as long as she's in my household, I'm gonna teach her. And even when she gets out, I'm gonna teach her what's right. You know what I'm saying? And I love her with every fiber of my being. That's the first time I ever been in love, for real. And to I'm gonna try to protect her, but I know my umbrella is not gonna cover her all the time. Like I said, she's gonna go to school. You know, I mean, even at the academy that she goes to now, she has picked up a couple of habits that the other kids do. You know, and you know where it come from. You know, thank God to that site that app Sprout about you could video surveil your child every day all day while they're while they're at the academy. So I'll be seeing her, and it's just weird and amazing how we are uh animals of habit. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
Creatures of habit.
right,
So
right.
yeah. So I mean, when you was growing up, twins, uh, did your parents let y'all listen to anything or watch anything?
actually, I grew up in group homes
Yeah,
my
we
whole
grew up
life.
in group homes.
My
Oh
parents
wow,
grew up in group homes from 6 until I was 18. Then I went out on my own, and we kind of raised each other.
And
wow.
after the group home, we had set things. Like at a certain time, we would watch the news for an hour. We would have newspaper time. We would read the newspaper. We would have quiet time. It wasn't always TV. It wasn't
Right.
always
Plus,
music.
plus, we were into sports back then a lot too. So I was barely home. I was always out in the community doing community things, interacting with the rest of the community because I lived in a group home and I didn't want to always be feeling like wasn't a normal kid.
Oh, that I lived in the group home.
Right. I wanted to feel like I was a normal kid doing normal things.
Okay, so
So
you said that from the age of 6 until 17, you were in group homes. 18. So what is that like? Okay, Linda, how was you raised? Linda,
Yes.
what did your
Yes.
parents did your parents
Yes,
permit
I'm
you
here.
to did your parents permit you to listen to any kind of music or watch any kind of shows or what you on?
Well, my parents did, but a lot of times at that age, at 6 and 7 years old, I mean, we had the time to go outside and play, but it was a certain time that we had to be in. And when we
Right,
did listen to music, my parents always made sure that it was a positive, upbeat music. And then when we
right.
got on our own, before I even got into the church, I might be listening to some of the other music. But when you train up a child in the church, then stay away, eventually going to come back. So both of my parents were religious and stuff, but they did let us listen to other music, as long as it was positive. And
Right.
listening to the news or anything that was negative before we went to bed at night, that was a no, because they didn't want you going to sleep listening to negative stuff. So they always try to keep it as a positive environment.
And see, let me tell you something, Power Twin. Y'all show an extra mightiness that's mentioned in the Bible too. And the reason I say that too is because you're basically saying that you feel like you didn't have no parental guidance. Was y'all was being moved from one home to another and stuff like that? So y'all was in a lot of foster care and stuff like that?
Yeah.
Listen, I'm gonna have you guys on a separate show with Dalisha, who runs foster care foundation, that we've been wanting to talk about how that is, and y'all could give y'all experience, strength, and hope. But right now, let's keep it on this here. Just remember, at the end, you know what we're gonna do at the end, so I'll remind you. Okay. Remind me. All right. So, twins, do you listen to the beat or the lyrics?
I'm more of I listen to the beat.
Yeah, the beat.
So
Yeah.
sometimes the lyric I do too, because I'm a dancer. You know what I'm saying? So as a matter of fact, I feel music from the floor. You know, the vibrations. I feel the music from the floor, from the vibrations into my feet, and everybody else dance to that the main beat. I dance to that back one, that erratic one, you know, and I really enjoy it. So I say I listen to the beat. So there are times that I have been somewhere and I've been singing the darn song, but I've been singing it wrong because I've been putting my own words in there. You know what I'm saying? You know how I do that. You know how they do that, right? So, and my friend said, "Do you know what you saying, bro?" I was like, what? Then they be telling me, man, what the song really be saying. I was like, oh, see, the devil is tricky, buddy. You know what I'm saying? And you never know. Have me dancing and shouting to I want to beat somebody's ass or some shit. You know what I'm saying? You can't understand what they saying anyway. They be speaking in tongues. You know, you don't know what they saying. It be the beat.
My son, he likes to play a lot of drill music.
Yeah.
And like we talk about it all the time. I mean, we even have conversations. I'm like, son, there's nothing good coming out of that.
I don't think the beats are bad in drill. It's just the way their lyrics is coming out.
Yeah, man.
There's no real dialogue to the lyrics.
The only real substance is death, murder, and drugs.
Right.
Yeah, but see, look, I've seen y'all perform. I know you are. Let me tell you something. I'm gonna tell you why you're not Ghost already. Because it ain't because of your showmanship. It ain't because of your performance. It ain't because of your stage presence. It ain't because of your vocals, your tone, pitch, or modulation. It's because you're spitting good shit. You ever thought about that?
I appreciate that.
Yes.
But don't let that change you, though. I was just telling Linda that I know artists, good, clean music, and this shit go harder than what you hear on the radio. You know what I mean?
Right.
So yeah, man, don't y'all ever give up. And and you know what, Linda, since you have been so good and patient with us, we're gonna take it this way. We're gonna do another show speaking on the foster care and group homes, and with the foundation that's going on with that. Okay. And you're going to be the side of how you and I could be the side of how, you know, we did have our parents and we were nurtured. You know what I'm saying? And like the pros and cons of each thing. Now I'm gonna tell you, you guys need to be very proud of yourselves with the product that you turned yourself in, because you said you was a kid raising a kid. Y'all both raising each other. That's dope. Yeah. I respect the hell out of that, yo. Yeah, shit about to change for real. You believe that? Yeah. The devil is a lie. He's not gonna win, bro. You keep on doing your good, clean powerful stuff. They don't call you power twins for nothing. You know what I'm saying? I seen it with my own eyes. I came all the way to Virginia to see y'all. Y'all came from upstate New York. I came from here to Virginia to see y'all. You know, there is hope. Like that crook Reverend Jesse Jackson used to say, keep hope alive. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Yeah, but anyway, what you got coming up next, Linda?
I didn't hear you. What did you say?
I said you got 1 minute to tell us what you got coming up next. What's going on with you?
Well, this weekend I will be in Raleigh, North Carolina, and Curry, North Carolina. I'm doing the Mercedes Benz fashion show for upcoming magazine, on the supermodel competition on that Sunday. September, I'm in New York for New York Fashion Week, and I go up on the billboard in Times Square either September the 8th or September the 9th. So I'm excited for that.
Okay.
Excuse me?
You said your show was in New York?
You're breaking up.
Go back. Sit back.
I'll be in New York September.
So your show was in New York?
It's a lot better when you sit back. Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, I'm doing New York Fashion Week on September 9th, and either September the 8th or September the 9th, I have a billboard that's going up in Times Square.
Could you send me the link for that? I would like to attend that. I'm in New York.
Yeah, we'll discuss that afterwards. You know how we do it at the end. What y'all got coming up? Hey, bravo. You know what? And she doing good. She doing it the good way. It's still prospering. So don't let that other shit phase you anyway. Hey, what y'all got coming up, Power Twin?
You got some shows coming up for the next month. I gotta still work out the details, but some is in Connecticut, some's in Buffalo, and I'm pretty sure in Canada.
That's what's up, cause y'all right on the borderline of Canada anyway, right?
Yeah,
I'm getting ready to snitch on y'all. Hey, Linda, guess what? They were supposed to sign up for the model competition. No. I've been sent that to y'all. I've been sent that to y'all a long time ago.
You did, but the last time.
But it's okay. We'll talk about that. We'll talk about that at the end, though. We'll talk about that at the end. Okay, how can everybody reach you on social media, Linda?
I'm on Facebook under Linda Brooks, and I'm on Instagram at Linda Brooks. Right, you can find me on Facebook at Linda Brooks, and Instagram. I'm not a Jehovah Witness, but my Instagram page is Jehovah on High.
Okay, all right.
It just went together, and I picked this. So I'm not a witness.
Oh, that's all right. Ain't nothing wrong with being a Jehovah's Witness. I was raised as one. So anyway, but I'm not one now because I'm
I'm not saying.
Oh yeah. Okay, twins. How can everybody get in touch with how can everybody get in touch with y'all, twin?
You can reach me on Facebook as Lavar Tillman. You can reach me on my business page as CEO of Ill Distribution Records. On Snapchat, I'm Power Twins. On IG, I'm Ill Distribution Records. That's records with a Z at the end. That's how you can reach me.
Okay, what about you, Javar?
You can reach me on Facebook as Javar Tillman, Chief Engineer Producer. You can reach me on IG as Ill Distribution Records. And you can also reach me on my business page as Tillman Entertainments.
Okay, say less. Well, look, man, with that being said, man, I really enjoyed y'all, and the devil didn't win. You know what I'm saying? We had our little conversation. Hey, boys, by mistake.
Oh, you got it.
I want to thank y'all.